So I spent most of my life thinking I was going to go to Curtin University, right? It wasn't until halfway through year 12 when I went to their open day and I walked up to one of the official psych people and I said, your website says I can't double marketing and psychology. They said, oh yeah, no, there's too many units in psychology. You can only double it with human resource management. If you wanted to double it with marketing, you'd have to go to UWA for that. And my whole life plan just shattered before my eyes because I was going to Curtin. That was the plan. I was closer to Curtin. My brother went to Curtin. My friends went to Curtin. I'd been to Curtin. Every time I drove past Curtin, I went, oh, look, that's my future. That's where I'm gonna be in like however many years. And then suddenly I was being told, no, you have to go to UWA. I didn't want to go to UWA. That's where all the snobby, elitist, rich kids went. My life was south of the river. My high school was south of the river. My primary school was south of the river. It made sense to go to the uni that was also south of the river. It was closer. As far as I was concerned, it was better. To this day, the only reason I chose UWA was because it was the only place I could do marketing and psychology. Last night, I found out that starting next year at Curtin University, you can do marketing and psychology. To be honest, I'm pretty salty about that. The only reason I went to UW was because I couldn't do marketing and psych at Curtin. But next year, you can do marketing and psych at Curtin. Sure, it's 5 years and not 3, but that would have meant I'd had 2 more years to figure out my life and wouldn't be stressing about internships right now. So I started thinking, what would my life have been like if they'd made that change 2 years ago and I could have done marketing and psychology at Curtin and had gone to Curtin University? The first thought that came to mind was my life would be better. But once I looked past that, I realised maybe it wouldn't be. Aside from the fact that everyone I'm friends with at UWA wouldn't be a part of my life, which I'm still struggling to get my head around. But also, you know, I would have made another group of friends, probably would have made a group of friends faster because you don't do as many general units at Curtin, and it wouldn't have taken me probably a year to find people doing marketing. That would have been nice, but also I wouldn't have met all those different people and gained all these different perspectives on life. I probably wouldn't be a part of Power to Change, my Christian group at uni, because I'm only a part of that because I ran into one of them leaving orientation day at UW. I wouldn't have been at orientation day at UW, and I wasn't looking for a Christian group. Like, I wasn't going to join a Christian group. I didn't want to because I'm not conservative enough for Christian Union. I wouldn't know all those amazing people, my faith wouldn't be where it was today, and I wouldn't have gone to Sydney so many times, and thus wouldn't have an insane love for Perth. I mean, I did still have quite a bit of love, but I wouldn't have like an insane love for Perth. Speaking of Perth, I wouldn't be going to a uni that's like right next to Kings Park. I wouldn't have gone to Kings Park and fallen in love with it. It'd just be a place, like, I went there sometimes, but I wasn't like, what? If I went to Curtin, I'd be a Vienna that wasn't part of a Christian group and didn't post about it all the time, didn't insanely love Perth, and didn't love and go to Kings Park. Would I even be me? Like, probably wouldn't have had to do electives and wouldn't have done anthropology. Wouldn't have had that hell in my life. But, you know, I also wouldn't have discovered how much I loved market research and research methodology, which I realised when I was so angered by anthropology's lack of research methodology. Along with Power to Change, I wouldn't have met Ruan and wouldn't have made the heck meme that so many of my Facebook friends love. I wouldn't have met Nicole. I wouldn't have met Nicole. I'd probably be driving to uni. Do you know how much money I would have spent on parking? Because it would be closer and because Curtin actually has parking. I guess what I'm trying to say is I'm not someone loyal to UWA. I have always thought Curtin was better, and anytime someone tries to tell me Curtin's the best university, my reply isn't to defend UW, it's to go, yeah, I know, I wanted to go. I always wanted to go to Curtin, and I only went to UW because I had to, but honestly now, I actually could change, and I could go to Curtin. So then I started thinking, why am I going to UWA? And I started realizing that it's not actually that bad, and it's pretty great. I mean, I've always thought the campus was nicer. Hands down, it is nicer. And kookaburras! Oh, Curtin doesn't have kookaburras! And as for UW being the elitist university, I don't know about that, because every time I meet someone from Curtin and tell them I'm from UW, the first thing they do is tell me that Curtin is better than UW, which sounds pretty elitist to me. So, not to mention, if I'd gone to Curtin, I'd probably still think that most people from private schools are rich, snobby kids, which is not the truth, and I'm sorry to anyone I just offended by saying that. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm still salty because, like, I had a plan. I still remember walking around on orientation day going, what am I doing here? This is not what was meant to happen. I'm meant to be walking around Curtin. But hey, maybe it really was for the better. I will see you absolute potatoes later. Peace out. Bye.